We're going camping.
We gotta test out this camping setup. We're gonna go for over a week in the Jeep.
Yeah, we're just going for one night, but we're packing the full loadout for our week plus trip to Big Bend. Yeah, so we're shaking things down. We got some cool new stuff to show you, but first we gotta get packed up. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video because we're gonna be doing a cool electrical upgrade as part of our camping setup here in the Jeep. It looks chaotic, but...
No, I think it's organized chaos for sure. I got one in his day pack.
Thank you. Just you and I.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to go camping with you guys.
Let's go.
Want to tell them where we're headed?
The Ozark National Forest.
On the... Oh, hang on guys. Hang on a minute. We've got camping stuff being delivered as we speak.
Oh my gosh. Actually, our rig's not that big.
This is for when we get home. She needed more snacks. We're headed to the National Forest just outside of Redding Recreation Area on the Mulberry River.
Yeah.
How's that? You just like produced a stash bag?
Yeah, I brought this stash.
Get it out. We're gonna try and find a dispersed camping spot on the river in the National Forest, but it's a really nice weekend, so it might be busy. Our backup plan is that we'll just camp at a regular campsite at Redding.
Redding is cool.
Redding is cool.
There's a 8-mile loop trail at Redding. Oh yeah, I was gonna do the house security.
I can hear the Bluetti charging back there. I got that hooked up to alternator power. I'll show everyone that when we get to camp.
Planning our Animal Crossing Island next move.
You can hear Henry playing it back there.
Henry's
He's got
playing
a switch station.
Yeah, he's playing Animal Crossing. We're up here going, I think the island needs this and my house needs that. What are you going to do when you get another room in your house?
I love this spot. It's like driving through the fucking jungle.
It's a forest.
They cut some trees. Look at them. Big bump. You want to get out and look?
Yeah.
I don't think we're camping quite yet. Alright. I'm back in. But the map I'm trying to go to says to go up this road, and this is clearly blocked. No four-wheelers. Caution water pipe.
Yeah, that's blocked.
Blocked that
There's
off.
a bunch of
rocks.
Okay.
But it's a loop that goes around to the other side.
And what's that road?
I have no idea. That's not on the map. This is where we're going to be camping, maybe, kind of, sort of.
What is blue mean?
It definitely is an off-road trail.
It sure is. Where did this water come from? When's the last time it rained?
Zone.
I guess so.
I don't know that we would hear it from in here. Someone's got the spot Casey had in mind.
Yep. It's a cool spot though, isn't it?
It is a cool spot.
Check it out.
Let's see why you'd want to come get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I always feel bad, like rolling up on someone, and then I feel like
I'd be annoyed if that happened 20 times a day, you know?
Well,
so,
if you're gonna camp at the very end of that's gonna happen. There's a lot on this little road area.
There was another spot that went through another big mud hole. Like Paige is putting a stick in this situation ahead. Hold your stick up. Ooh, that's a foot. Alright, so that was the low point. We can afford 30 inches. It says it on the back.
It's to your thing. And the middle.
You can walk around, right?
And the middle's a little soft. Like the stick went in the mud.
I'm going. You ready?
I'm really glad I was not in the car.
Smelly.
Stinky.
That is stinky stuff, isn't
That
it?
is poo-poo water.
Okay.
Alright. Uh-oh. Is it okay that it's smoking?
It's steam from the water down on the engine. Let me just hike ahead. What if there's an epic campsite right there?
Yeah,
But this is getting really muddy and that's got like deep ruts. I'm afraid we get high centered in it. You want to turn around?
I mean,
You get to ride
I
back
don't
through the
know.
mud.
You
so
can
this'll
do
be
one. You can do one more of these. That's
that shallow stuff kind of stresses me out, honestly, more than the deep stuff.
yeah.
The deep stuff just catches it, but
Well, this has been.
I'm afraid that that's
it's gonna
like
be
super
so muddy. Yeah.
the important thing that we're
That's why we
kind of missing.
We need a friend.
Okay. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Let the splash go. Oh, it's not nearly as deep from this side.
No.
All right, we found a turnoff and we're pretty far back in this trail. We're getting close to the river, but it's getting tight and muddy, so I decided to hike it on foot and see if there were spots back here before we went any deeper. Let's find out. It's a little bit rutty and muddy back here, but we can handle this no problem. I think there's a spot back here, guys. This is it. For sure. Stoked. And it's hard to get to. The trail's super narrow. So like, full-size truck, no way.
Oh, cool spot, Dad.
Right?
Yeah.
So we have options. We gotta figure out where we want to set up. Let me get us up
Wow.
here. And then we can decide.
Henry.
Yeah?
This is even cooler.
Yeah, this is cool. We won't be getting any solar power, but we're only here for a night. What do you think?
Yeah.
Look, it's swirling. It's like flowing two different directions. Do you see that?
So there's you on the boat, you might get stuck.
Check this out. Did you see this? So I got this long cord from our old battery, which will not be named, and it's plugged into the outlet back here, and while we're driving we charged up to 100. So this is our alternator power. I'm just gonna unplug it because I don't trust this thing
Yeah, so not doing the
not
battery.
to bzz, bzz, you know,
Yeah.
spark on the thing. So
I'm gonna eat my lunch.
good, Mom. Don't have to in there. Good way to lose a toe. Say. Henry's already having tent adventures. You guys got to see the new water setup. So we had a big blue 6-gallon jug. We got these 10-liter, 2.5-gallon Scepter jugs, which fit so much better. I got them ratchet strapped down to the rack here, and it gets even better. Hang on a second. Okay, you ready for this? How dope is that? This is just a cheap, it's like a $15 pump you can get on Amazon. It's made to go on top of like a blue 5-gallon water jug, like you would put on a water cooler. I just had to file a little bit of plastic off to get it to fit snugly in the jug here. And it's got a battery built into it, so you just recharge it with USB, and so it's self-contained. We got a water pump. You know, it's not like we're gonna take a shower with it, but the hardest thing about doing these big jugs of water is like every time you need to fill a pot or wash your hands or fill a water bottle or whatever, you're like lugging this heavy water in and out, and it's always in the way. These just stay strapped down until we're filling them, and you just push the button and get water. It's awesome. And then like when this one's empty, we just move it to the other one.
Fall out if I came out so much like that I could.
And sticks for our fire tonight.
There.
We didn't bring a huge amount of stuff because we're only here for one night. So that's like promising though, because we actually do have a lot of food. We could definitely do 2 or 3 days with what we brought. And like, there's plenty of room left. So on a 10-day trip, it's gonna be great.
I can draw pictures in the mud with it.
Oh, cool.
Wait.
Hey, dude.
What? Hang on.
It's on our first battery rotation on the GoPros. Those are charging. And the compressor just kicked on the fridge. So we're using 43 watts. Full power. We could go for many days like that. Plus like it charged all the way out here, plugged in. The fridge just doesn't use that much power. It's awesome. Our plan is we're gonna make some dinner, make a fire, hang out, do some camp vibes, get up in the morning, have breakfast and coffee, and pack up pretty early. And then we're gonna head up the mountain on this side to a spot called Spy Rock, and there's some other trails up there that Paige wants to check out. So that's the game plan for this trip. And we're only like an hour from home. It's amazing. This is the Mulberry River, Ozark National Forest, just outside of Redding Campground. I just need to light a little bit further down in there.
You got it.
Right?
Yep.
There's some extra sparkles down in there too. Going to How much rice do you think? This is so freaking sweet. Tonight on the menu is some sort of Asian-y broccoli beef thing. Right?
Broccoli beef.
Broccoli beef. I'm figuring out the kitchen setup. It like takes some getting used to. Because everything has a home when it's away, but if you start piling stuff up, then you can't open that bin, you can't open this door, but like there's a room up there for spices on the shelf, and there's... Anyway, you're just kind of figuring out where to set stuff up when it's deployed, which is different from where it travels.
Yeah. Should I use the hatchet to cut the broccoli?
We got these collapsible bowls at Vanarchy, at Bird's Adventure Center, like half a mile up the river from here.
Okay, that's ready when you are.
Okay. I always feel like I've got a grenade when I have one of these pull tops of this thing, like I'm
Oh, I know.
almost through the pin. That wouldn't be good. How's our level? down and to the right, I'd say. What's happening here? Yep. Wonderful. Ooh, I'm out of room.
When I'm like, was that a piece of mud or your chocolate?
Remember headlamps.
Okay, it tastes like chocolate.
Okay, good.
Good deal.
So even if it is mud, it tastes good.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Stinky foot ship.
The stinky foot ship.
There's just a lot of airflow.
Yeah.
It's taking boats on, it's going places on boats and stuff on there.
He's really stoked about these ladybugs that got in the tent, and he's just been watching them travel the whole world. They're in the Arctic Ocean right now.
On a boat.
I don't even know what time it is.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. All right. It's tent time. We ran out of daylight.
It's a good, like, in between Henry's bedtime and our bedtime.
Yeah. We ran out of daylight. So yeah, we're gonna hang out up here and probably play the Switch and read bedtime stories and hang out until in the morning. Do you like this camp spot?
Yeah.
Mom, what do you think of this camp spot?
It's really good.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, YouTube. Henry's up. I'm gonna try and boil some coffee water on our stove, but we were almost out of propane last night, and so that's why I got the fire started first in case we need to use caveman coffee techniques.
Although, guys, I don't know what was wrong with you last night. I was so freezing cold.
It was cold, and you went and got the extra blanket. That was smart.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that blanket.
I was laying there, you know how long we lay there having a pee before we started.
Yeah, I did it for about an hour.
Alright, what am I going to do with the blanket? I got my hat and the blanket.
Yeah.
It's like
The zipper broke on my sleeping bag, and so it like wouldn't stay zipped, and so I just had one side blown out all night. Yeah, it's time to replace those.
I mean, they're really cold weather ones we have, you guys.
I don't think that that's going to last very long, but we'll find out shortly. Okay, we killed the gas. We only got up to about 120 degrees. Not quite hot enough for coffee. Get it better on there. Just make a little noise. It's going good. What do you think? Well, this is like French press size for sure. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting with for sure. This is a pretty pro camp griddle, I would say. Henry's cold. Right there.
Okay, I definitely want that one. Unless one of those. Okay, I'm gonna see which one gets a little better.
They're all gonna be good, little butt, I promise. Look at that one's cooking on the end. This one?
Yeah.
Fine. Oh no. My rocks are falling. I lost a lot of egg. That one's gonna take a little longer.
Probably ready on the other side.
This one's ready. You think this one's ready?
Uh-huh.
This yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's ready. Careful.
I'll wait on that one, Dad.
Put on legs.
Leg sweaters?
Yeah.
You just invented that.
We're packing up.
We should show them how all this stuff goes in there after we've like packed it down, right? I'm gonna start pulling the bedding out of the tent and getting that packed away. See, we have a special bag just for bedding. It's the bedding bag. You know, that way when we get to camp, the stuff that needs to go in the tent, we just move that bag up. Because this area gets kind of loaded up with just stuff on the platform. We know this is the clothes bag, for example. We all have separate packing cubes, so everybody's clothes is in one duffel. It's pretty handy. So the clothes bag went up last night and we all changed, and then it went back down. Doesn't seem like it'll all fit, but it all came up here in this. So after you roll everything up for an hour, it all goes in the bedding bag and the pillow's on top.
I have a baby. I'm a baby
You got a
with
George baby? Alright. Stuff.
Henry, do you want to get cut?
Good job, fam. We're gonna go to Spy Rock? Maybe?
I think we should. We're so close.
It's like we're already aired down for the trail. would definitely come back here. Henry, what do you think of that campsite?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That's the official review. Put that on iOverlander. All right, we've come off the trail onto Morgan Mountain Road, a much more maintained road.
There are spots up here too.
It's the sound of us getting a new roof rack. Can you hear it? We're hiking out to Spy Rock Overlook. We parked next to a couple guys that were packing out. They camped right here on Spy Rock, which I think we just arrived at. That's a cool campsite. We learned some things from, you know, shaking down our new loadout.
Did you share those things with the audience?
I don't know. Put together in my head.
I wish we had brought more cups. We brought one cup and I thought I didn't need a cup, but I wanted a cup.
Lighting was a little bit troublesome last night, but I got that light bar just got delivered. I just got a text for it. So it's like sitting in.
If Casey decides that the video's not well-rounded enough to this point,
that might come next.
That might be what you're about to see. I think we just decided to go stop and get some lunch. On our way back home, there's like, well, it's Sunday, Casey.
I just looked on their Facebook page and it said it was open.
Okay.
But we gotta be prepared to just eat a sandwich that we made ourselves in the parking lot.
Yeah, well, luckily we are literally prepared for that.
I'm gonna buy some damn camping gas while I'm there too.
Oh yeah, we're out of propane. I hate those things. You can't, I mean, you can refill them yourself with this sketchy little thing that you get, but you can't take them for exchange anywhere, and they're not like recyclable, and you're not supposed to throw them away.
Hoping that we find a use.
I have so many.
We probably have 20 of them.
And every time I ask, like on Facebook or something, like, hey, what do you guys do with these? Everyone says, oh, you can refill them with this sketchy thing, and I'm like, no, what are people doing with these? Like, for real, like normal people who don't do that.
I'm gonna get a 5-pound tank. I don't know if I'll get it before Big Bend, because the tank is affordable, but the goddamn, like, I've only been able to find one company that makes like a bracket to hang it on. And the damn the tank is like $30. The bracket's like 150 bucks. All right, we're home. It's been a couple hours. Everybody's unpacked, had a coffee, etc. Probably noticed on this trip how essential our Bluetti power bank is to our camping setup. First and foremost, it powers our fridge, but also it recharges everything, and we are depending on a lot of rechargeable things, not just camera batteries for stuff like this, but also our water pump that we're using on our Scepter water tanks. Just any number of things, our headlamps, we need this power bank to power it all. I definitely want to put some more permanent lights and electronics in the rig, and so we're going to be upgrading the entire electrical system here by adding an auxiliary fuse box. This came right before we left while we were pulling down the driveway from Amazon. And so what we're going to be doing today is installing this fuse block, and we're going to wire in this strip light across the top back window on the Jeep here. But the idea is that this fuse block has individual fuses in it, and you wire everything into it, and then you kind of forget about it. You wire stuff up to it, you don't mess with cords anymore, it's permanent. And then you would wire these big terminals up to your main power supply, which would typically be your battery under the hood. What I'm gonna do is actually wire this up in such a way that we can hook it up to our 12-volt port and power it off the engine if we don't have our Bluetti, and then actually plug it into our Bluetti if we do. So we'll be able to hardwire all the things we want in the Jeep, including maybe the fridge in the future, and power it with or without the Bluetti. By the way, Bluetti sent us this battery over the summer, and it's been awesome. We're building everything around it. It's also going to be like a huge part of our RV travels as well. But one thing that's really interesting about it that I looked at and said, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, are these two 10 amp 12 volt ports. Because, you know, it's like the little, this thing. I don't have anything that just has that on the end of it. But I got to thinking about it, and I started looking online, and I was actually able to get a pigtail, just a plug that fits that. These are a 5521 is the number, if you want to know, which is like 5.5 millimeters deep, 2.1 millimeters wide. I thought, man, I could make cords for my own things and plug them in here and power it off of that, and not have to use this big cigarette lighter port, and just get more access to how much power you can come off of this DC bus over here. So that's exactly what I did. Let me show you how that's all going to work. So here's our fuse panel. You put fuses in here, and then you wire the positive stuff in here, negative to these bus bars up here. And then you supply power to the panel, positive, negative on the ends. So what I got on Amazon are these 5521 pigtails. This fits the power port on the Bluetti. And then the other end is just bare wire. This is going to get wired in to the main power terminals of this fuse block. Then our strip light that's going on the back window, we can actually wire this end into the fuse panel. Does that make sense? So lights coming off the fuse panel. This is plugged into the Bluetti. We have lights. What if I want to power it off the rest of the Jeep? We'll enter this other cord that came with the light, and I got this female to female barrel connector. All right. Lights wired in, it's hardwired, we never think about it again. I've got this plug coming out of the end. If I plug it into the Bluetti, we get power. But also, I can plug in this barrel connector adapter and plug this into the cigarette lighter port on the other end. And now I can power this fuse block off of the cigarette outlet in the back of the Jeep. Cool, huh? Now I read on here, max amperage 6 amp, maximum output current. There's no way that this pulls 6 amp, but this controller can, I think, do much larger light strips. So I'm gonna fuse it with a 5 amp fuse. That should be more than enough to protect this. Done deal. In. Watch for sparks, DC bank coming on. Okay. And we should be powered, so on. Oh, on. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Thing is making some buzzing. Okay, I'm gonna change the fuse out. Still buzzing. All right, I figured it out. It was actually buzzing because my terminals were loose. So tighten your terminals up. 26 watts, 27 watts, what is that? 2 amp, it's 2 amps would be 24 watts at 12 volts. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, this is kind of the moment of truth, because that's the Bluetti side. All right, here we go. Power's live. So now we're no longer powered off the Bluetti at all. This is coming straight from actually a wall outlet in our house. Heck yeah. That's so cool, guys. And it's even got every little sticker you could possibly imagine of labels for the fuses. including bilge pump 2, refrigerator, foreshadowing. We're going for it, guys. Just like, I don't even know what's back there. Hopefully nothing important. That's all it takes. And then this guy comes right over the top. Like an arm wrestling movie. That was an over-the-top joke. Okay. This is wired into our fuse panel. Hey, check it out. Right now, we're wired off of the Bluetti. See? If I turn it off, no lights. Plugged into the back of the Jeep. Power on, and we have light. And that is running directly off the Jeep's chassis battery. Heck yeah. So obviously we have concerns about, you know, making sure we don't run the battery down, but if anything I wire in here can either plug, you know, we just switch this one cord and we're either running on the house battery or on the Bluetti. If we ever want to build a hardwired water pump and water tank, we could just wire it in right here and put a switch on it and flip it and go. If I want to put outside lights on our rack and light up camp, I can just wire them in right there. So this is pretty sweet. I'm really stoked about it. Well, I'm gonna put the finishing touches on this and clean up all the wiring. Thank you guys for camping with us and working on the Jeep with us. I know it's a little bit different than our RV stuff, but this is our local RV. We love getting out and boondocking like we did this weekend, and you guys like watching that. It's just that we're in the Ozarks, and a 30-foot long, 8.5-foot wide Class A RV isn't exactly the right way to boondock the National Forest here. So we're really excited to be building the Jeep out. And coming up very soon, at least 7 days on the road, maybe 10, we'll be living out of the Jeep, going to Big Bend. We got a bunch of fun stuff planned. It's gonna be a great trip. So thanks for watching. Let's wrap this up. Oh yeah, subscribe if you want to see more.